10 things to expect, the unexpected, when you hit the big time. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here in bunny ears for no apparent reason except it matched my shirt. The big time is our expression, our idiom today. What does it have to do with growing and supersizing our business? The big time means to reach the upper levels of a profession, a pursuit, an area of interest. It means to make it, to achieve something that you set out to, usually a big goal. And it's, of course, like everything else, defined by us, whether we've hit the big time or not. But if you get a modicum of success or a lot of success in a certain area or aspect of your life, whether it's supersizing your business or a profession or Olympic or athletic stardom or fame, whatever, 10 different things will come along with that you might not expect. They're problems because guess what? No matter where we are in our life, no matter how much success, no matter how much money, how much fame, there's always different problems and changes and challenges that we have to deal with. And the big time is no exception. Big time business, big time exposure means big time problems. Just like when we were smaller and not yet hitting the big time, we had challenges and problems. And we grow, and as we grow, our challenges and problems grow with us. So what are some of these 10 problems? Number one, whether you like it or not, you will be recognized in your industry, in your profession, whatever. You'll be recognized on the street. People will know who you are. You will not know who all the people are that know who you are. If you ever lived in a small town, you know what I'm talking about. You might not know all the people in your small town, but guess what? They know you and your parents and your parents' parents and your uncles and aunts and cousins and friends. And sometimes that is like living in a fishbowl. Number two, you'll outgrow your friends. This is a hard truth. And a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners are not prepared for it. Or the same is true of anybody that achieves a modicum of, or achieves fame and the big time. They might not be prepared to understand that people come in and out of our life for a season. They don't stay forever. And as we change and grow and morph and become different, the people that we hang out with become different as well. And that means our friends, some of them won't come, some will come with us on the entire journey, most will not. Number three, you'll get way too many invites. You get too many invites to things that you couldn't possibly say yes to. So one of the things about being big time is learning what to say yes to and what to say no to. Number four, sometimes you'll feel alone. Oftentimes you'll feel alone. I don't know. I'm not really an alone feeling person or lonely feeling person, but there are times in our businesses and supersizing our businesses when, even before we hit the big time, that we feel like we're the only one. Who on the planet hasn't ever felt like they're the only one feeling or experiencing something at a certain time period in their life? So that's one we can all deal with. Number five, you might get super duper bored. You might get bored with your business. You might get bored with your stories. You might get bored out of your mind with what you're doing unless you continue to feed your mind and grow as you hit the big time, right? Because those that hit the big time are masters at their trade, their craft, their thing. So you might be bored as anything talking about the thing that you're an expert in over and over and over again, but it's the thing you're an expert in. It's what you're known for. You might give the same talk 100 times or 1,000 times because that's what people expect and want to hear from you. Number six, you'll be asked to give your expertise away for free. People will ask you for everything you know for free. And guess what? It's okay to give them everything you know because for a couple of reasons. Number one, the vast majority of the people will never do anything with it. They'll absorb the information, but anything you tell them, anything you share with them, the chances are very high, sadly but true, that they will never act upon any of the information that you tell them. Or they might act on one thing or a fraction of it, but for the most part, nobody can steal who you are or your experience. So it's easy to give away everything you know for free. Because guess what? You're continuing to grow and learn and morph, and it doesn't hurt to bring people along with us, right? Number seven, you'll wonder what to do with all the money. Now, I can hear people saying, what the heck are you talking about? If I had all kinds of money, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. One of the biggest lies anyone ever tells you about growing and building a business or becoming big time in any area or field. It's why so many people that win the lottery lose everything. It's why so many famous and incredible athletes make a ton of money and then lose all the money and end up, on public assistance or end up being homeless. It's why so many people that have a successful business fail, and then they fail to recover from that failure. Guess what? All of us that have had successful businesses have tried more than everybody else. We failed more than everybody else, but we just keep trying until things work out. Number 8, you'll probably become a bottleneck at some point in your business or your life, or when you're supersizing and growing your business. I can always tell when I'm the bottleneck because things in my business will slow down. And that means I need to step back and say, okay, what am I cutting off? What am I doing? What do I need to get out of the way of in order to grow and supersize and build my business? Nothing wrong with being a bottleneck unless you stay a bottleneck and you kill your business because you don't get out of the way. That's true of our businesses for sure. I'm not sure if it's true of a career in a famous actor or actress, although sometimes it is that people will attract habits as they become famous that detract from their ability to perform. And we've seen that in athletes, actors, actresses, singers, songwriters, all across the board in different industries. It happens in business as often as it does in the movies, or as it does in areas of sports arena, sporting professionals, but we just don't hear about it as much because they might not be as famous. Number 9, you'll need a lot of different skills. As you're growing and supersizing your business and wanting to hit it big time in any field, any profession, any area of expertise, you're going to need to acquire and continually improve and become a better version of yourself and acquire a whole lot of skills. And finally, number 10, this is probably the most ego-crushing for the vast majority of people. You're going to be called names. You're going to be name-called. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that hate you because you've achieved something that they would want to do, but they've never done anything to make it there. So you'll be called an A. You'll be called a B. And you can fill in your own A and B and F and MF and all kinds of things. And you know in your heart that that's not true, that you know the intent. And so it doesn't matter if you have haters. It doesn't matter if people call you names. What matters is what you're doing is making the world a better place in your way, in your shape or form. And if your intention is to do that, you'll hit the big time. And all these things, these 10 things, won't even bother you. And guess what? You'll hit the big time in one thing, and then you'll decide, oh, that was awesome. Now I'm going to do something else to make the world a better place. I would love to know how many of these you have personally experienced. I don't consider myself big time in hardly any way, shape, or means or aspects of my life, but I have experienced all of these things throughout my career. I've been in business running different businesses for 48 years now, and spent over a quarter century in corporate America. And of course, in certain areas and aspects of my career, I experienced these things because I was the only woman and the first woman in a lot of different areas and aspects of my career in my life. And as times change, we experience different things. But the toughest one, I think, for me was personally number 10, being called names early on. And now I think I've got the skin of a rhinoceros or the height of a rhinoceros. Everything just bounces right off. All right, have an awesome day. I will be with you tomorrow with another time-related idiom. We're going to do time all the month of October. And if there's a time-related idiom you'd like to know the meaning of, this one again from 1909, vaudeville, and then it became an adjective in 1915. So it's been around for, over 100 years. Anything that's been around for 100 years, guess what? It's probably impacting you or someone you know. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. No bunny ears.